All right. What's up, world? So, for the past year, God has given me just one task, or two technically, really. Learning to love Him and give myself time to heal and whatnot. Self care, which a lot of people don't really see that as a task. It usually comes natural. But, for the sake of you understanding, if you actually, um, take the time to um, listen during my attempt in expressing myself and my story, and you understand how self care and love and whatnot for oneself is actually the hardest thing in my life that I've ever come across. That's because I've come across some pretty significant things. But somehow this one has been the hardest one. But for the past year, I've been tasked with just one real main task, and that is expressing and sharing my story. And mind you, as much as would love to have wanted this for myself, it was one thing either taken from me or I just stopped acknowledging or stopped giving it, I guess, energy or an attempt to, I don't know, I stopped giving myself the attempt of even trying to acknowledge it. Not because I devalued it, which eventually I did, grow to do, but mainly because I wanted to take away the control that the people who were taking it away, who were trying to devalue me, who were telling me my story was not one anyone could care for, not one any that were not going to matter. I wanted to take that power away from them. I'm telling my story, one, for myself as part of my self-love project, but also because in the last recent years I've noticed that there's so many people that have gone through a lot of stuff that I've gone through, and a lot of people that are older than me that have gone through things that I went through back in middle school. Some are going through things that I'm going through currently. think the only difference is a lot of them weren't blessed, unfortunate enough, as I was. And to not only have the mindset that I have, but have this undying will to just, continue on. Ah! Sorry, I love my dog. Anyways, a lot of people did not have the strength, the willpower, as well as just the sight to see that I had. That to see what was bigger than me. Therefore, I'm grateful. I am grateful for who I am. I am grateful for the person that I am. Because honestly, I don't know how I would have done it without me, without her, without little me. I gotta give myself one thing, is that I'm real. Yeah, one hell of a mind. What can I say though? I have the mind of a builder, the true architect, or the truth architect. Dun. Anyways, my story. Maybe let's start off with the backstory. Small-ish. Nothing about me is really ever small. See, I'm different, and I'm barely, not even coming to terms. I'm barely understanding that there are terms that actually describe my differences, but I'm still coming into them. So like on the cool, um, acknowledging is one thing, but actually proclaiming it is another. So I'll get there in my due time when I understand more and I fully grasp the concept of the knowledge that, or better yet, of the words that explain the knowledge that I feel and know. Then I'll begin to use more terms. let's start off with the earliest memory I can remember. And that's meeting God. 22:58. So I know I've met God before. I know I've been to heaven. I'm gonna tell you one thing, man. All the words that we have in this universe that try to describe peace, love, serenity, none of those words can remotely come near justice to what it feels like to be home, to what it feels like to be embraced with just an undeniable love, peace, gratitude just for your existence. Let me say to you that I'd endure everything I've ever been through over again like that, no questions asked, if it meant coming back home. I dreamed to go back home, but when my time is right, when I'm done doing what I need to do. So let me just do like a flashback, right? I remember opening my eyes and I'm in this, I guess, just white, pure, blank space. You know what I mean? For the sake of the picture, let's just say we're in the fucking clouds, and all I hear now, like for me, my thoughts, I can just remember thinking, where am I? But then that, like, I don't really care. You know, and mind you, for me, that's pretty significant because I'm like, I gotta know where I'm at, everything. Like, I gotta know all the details and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm very just, you know, um, in my line of work, in my life, it was not just because I had to know everything. It was a key to my survival. If that makes sense. You know what I mean? If I didn't know the details of my environment, it could mean life or death. You know, and not in an over exaggerating way. Very fucking, you know, that was my reality. And I cried. Everybody talking about spiritual warfare, bro. I've been in spiritual warfare every fucking day in my entire life, and not even just in normal. Like, I mean, I have been at war with the devil since the day I was born, knowingly. And I mean knowingly, I mean like straight out knowingly. I go to bed going, you know what I mean? If you might get my soul or whatever, my soul might have been sold, but I'm gonna convert so many people. It's gonna be billions on billions to one. Yeah, what a great deal you made. That's what I'd be telling him every night. That way, at least it eased my fear of, for some reason, my soul being sold before I was even born, and not knowing why or by whom. I don't know why I was destined for hell. I just knew I was. And I knew that no matter what I do, no matter how good I was always going to go. I didn't know why. That was just what I knew. But I loved my Lord even before I even knew, Earth's term for him, which I found out in first, second grade when I went to Escondido Christian Academy here in San Antonio, Texas. When I found out, oh, there's a name to you. Well, then hell yeah, I'm in. Baptize me, bruh. I'm in like sin. You know what I mean? See, me, I always saw life as like a video game. You know what I mean? That way I can enjoy it a little bit more, but also so I wouldn't have so much, anxiety or fear. Or, you know what I mean? I wouldn't focus so much on um, why I knew or felt like I was going to hell, no matter what. And it would allow me to, I don't know, I guess make peace with what was, as well as, you know what I mean, have the courage and not even have it, like just to continue to do everything that needed to be done in the purest way, and not allowing the fear of the unknown to hold me back. And it's like little me knew that while I didn't really know that that was the concept I was, aiming for, if that makes sense. Like I knowingly did without knowing what I was doing. I just was. I was just me in my purest form and state. I was just living in the moment while knowing the past and knowing the future. So I could see into the future and I could feel into the past. But I was lived in the moment. You see, I mean, I could think a lot, but I never saw it as overthinking. In fact, I probably started overthinking when people started expressing, "Oh, you're just overthinking it," and I'm like, "What the fuck is overthinking?" I'm like, "There's a limit to this shit." That's probably where all that came. Anyways, how I see life and whatnot is a key point to the next sentence that came out of that the next sentence that came in this memory of mine. So I've always uh I've always been not misunderstood, but I've always been like never tried to be understood. You know what I mean? So it's like so many people knew me, loved me, but they had no idea of me. They didn't understand me, but I don't know. I was never really hurt, if that makes sense. I was always the listener, not the one to be listened to. Unless, of course, it involved, you know what I mean? Then, that's because that's only sometimes, mind you, you know what I mean? Again, all that has a key point to play. So, this scene, this white space. Now, mind you, I'll be there, like I said, I question, but then it wasn't a question. Like, it was just, where am I? Doesn't matter. Man, I feel great. Why do I feel great? Doesn't matter. What is this feeling? What is this feeling? Doesn't matter. I don't even need to know the term for this feeling. You know what I mean? It's like every thought that was meant to be a question just dispersed at the end of the question. And it was no longer a question. Better yet, it barely phased into it being a statement. As quickly as it came, it was gone. Because I just, like, I already felt it. It's like inside, I already knew. As well as, you know, I was. All I hear is, congratulations. And I'm like, no fucking way, right? He goes, congratulations. You did it. You made it. Now I'm starting to like want to look around as if I don't know, you know what I mean? Who or where the voice came from. But like I knew where it was. I was just, you know, in the moment, I guess. So I hear, congratulations, you made it. And of course, in my mind, I'm like, there's no fucking way. But at the same time, I'm like, oh my god, I did it. I was destined for hell, but somehow I didn't go to hell. Somehow I broke. Now, mind you, I still don't remember how or when I died. But it wasn't for long, so. Come on. Come on. Come here, baby. Come on. It's okay. Come on, baby girl. Good girl. Yeah, that's my girl. Good girl. And I remember, you know, I look over, I believe it's to my right, and I see God standing there just smiling at me. And I tell you, man, the look in his eyes, the feel from the smile. I mean, it is just overwhelmingly amazing. It's a feel, look I desired my entire life. Come on, baby. It's okay. Come on, girl. Good girl. Come on, baby. He tells me, congratulations, you made it. Oh, the whole congratulations thing. That shows that, apparently he really was listening. And though I thought I felt alone physically, I was never there spiritually alone. He was always listening to me, which means I was worth the time to listen to. All that has a lot to do with the importance of me. It means a lot to me.